Imagine your brain as a director of a movie and your face is an actor. Before everything went wrong, the director used to direct the movie, the actor used to act accordingly. Everything was fine and perfect, but one day something struck, and that was Bell's palsy. What happened? The connection between the director and the actor got disrupted. Here, the actor is your face and the director is your brain. Now, whenever the director says smile, the actor doesn't get it and he ends up doing some wrong movements. The actor tries hard, but some unwanted movement starts happening which is far beyond his control and everything feels off. So now the director starts adapting. He starts watching old recordings, observes others and even rehearses the scene inside his head so that the actor can be taught the right patterns. This is where your brain's mirror system comes into the picture, where the brain learns by watching and imagining. But here's where the real twist happens. There is another character behind the scene which is called as cerebellum, which is a small area in your brain located on the backside. Think of it as an editor of a movie. His job is to compare what was being told by the director versus what was done by actor and then correct and give a right form of action. And if there is a mismatch, the editor tries to fix it. Now, here's another problem. If the actor keeps on delivering wrong movement patterns or else wrong performances and no one corrects it, the editor starts adapting it and starts considering it as new normal. So now, smiling automatically comes with eye closure and blinking pulls the mouth up. This is not because the actor is weak, nor the director is weak here. This is happening because a wrong script is being reinforced. And more the actor practices wrong movements, the stronger it keeps on getting. And that's how a synkinesis is born. But here's a hopeful part of the story. Even if the actor is struggling, the director is struggling, the editor can learn the right patterns by just observation and imagination. This can be done by watching right movements, imagining correct actions, practicing slowly and precisely so that the brain starts rewiring the script again by coordinating actions with each other. The editor starts correcting errors again. The mismatch reduces and the performance improves. So this story isn't about weak muscles. It's actually about a unique system, the unique superpower that our brain holds, and that is of mirror neuron. And this superpower is well explained in this unique study which was done in the year 2004. The title of the study was The Cerebellum and the Mirror Neuron System, a Matter of Inhibition. From a Neurophysiological Evidence, Neuromodulatory Implication, a Narrative Review. This is a beautiful study that explains how our mirror neuron systems can help to retrain the facial muscles. And I'm going to exactly simplify how we can utilize this superpower to help you to reduce your synkinesis. So let's discuss this topic together. Majority of people who develop Bell's palsy and take a long while to recover have this very pressing problem inside their head. Why their facial muscles are not moving the way they were moving before. Even though the movement that are present, they just feel and look off. And the problem is they keep on increasing their strengthening exercises, thinking the more stronger the muscles become, the more easier the movements will happen. But what if I told you that the real problem lies somewhere else? The real problem is not weak muscle, but it's a brain mismatch. And that's exactly why you observe synkinesis. When you close your eyes, the mouth moves. Whenever you smile, the eye gets smaller. And whenever you again try to move your eyes, there is some movement felt around your eyebrow region or else in the neck region. So the real problem here is the brain doesn't just move your face, it predicts the movement. This prediction is then confirmed by the feedback mechanism through our sensory receptors that are present on the face. Now the face uniquely is different. It do not have sensory receptors on its own. It basically relies on the trigeminal nerve or as the sensory nerve of the face to get this proprioceptive feedback. There is a system inside our brain which is called as mirror neuron system, which activates whenever you watch a movement, and it also activates whenever you imagine a movement. Now there's a key insight from the study which says that your brain is constantly comparing. It compares what exactly it expects you to do versus what you are exactly doing. And when these two things don't match, that's where the problem begins. So even though your facial nerve is healing, your brain is constantly trying to relearn that control. But instead of clean signals, what happens is there is a mismatched movement pattern. The study explained this prediction error problem and helps you to work on different strategies that can enable you to relearn your facial movements in the right way. The study also gives you a clear justification on why your exercises backfire when done in the wrong manner. Whenever you over-exercise, whenever you do facial exercises with too much of force, or whenever you try to do facial movements spontaneously without control, that's where the wrong movement patterns gets triggered, because your face is constantly trying to match the movement on the good side. And as the brain learns with repetition, the more this repetition happens, the stronger the neuronal connection develop inside the brain. So here comes the role of cerebellum, a small structure that's present on the backside of the brain. This is like an editor. This basically act as a mediator between your brain and your facial nerves and correct the wrong patterns which he detects. The job of the cerebellum is to fine-tune your movements and reduce the mismatch between intention and action. So think of it as a Google map of your facial muscles. It constantly recalculates your movement whenever you change your route. So if your system is working well, your movements work well, and when this system is impacted, your movements also get impacted. Poor coordination leads to tightness, tightness leads to synkinesis. And that's why here the mirror neuron system works, because mirror neuron system breaks this pattern. But how? So this study showed that just by watching the movements or imagining them correctly activates the different brain areas which are responsible for the right movement patterns that are not firing the way as they used to fire before Bell's palsy. So if you are not improving the way it should, basically it's the problem with this mapping that's happening inside the brain, which can be corrected with the help of correcting this mapping system with the help of mirror neuron training. That is why mirror therapy, guided observation and mental practice are some super powerful practices that are in arsenal of any individual who is suffering from Bell's palsy or synkinesis. Hence, whenever you do mirror exercises in the right way, whenever you do slow and controlled action, first by imagining them and then doing it, and also when you observe other people moving their facial muscles, you are constantly retraining your brain to relearn the right movement patterns. This gives certain benefits to you. It reduces the wrong movement pattern on your face. It gives your brain the correct inputs. It helps you in training your coordination, not just the strength, and thus retrain your brain. But there is one mistake that you should definitely avoid, and that mistake is don't push your recovery. Give your nerve, your brain that time that it deserves to move your facial muscles. So if your recovery feels stuck, make sure to incorporate these three practices. But now your question must be, how do I incorporate these three mirror neuron practices into my day-to-day routine? That's where experts come into the picture. Please make sure mirror exercises, imagination practices are great, but should be done at right dosage, at right time, with right actions, so that you are not teaching exercises. In fact, you are retraining your facial muscles to move in the right way. You are using science versus hope, and you are developing your facial movement patterns in the right way. So in short, this particular study proves and explains you that recovery after nerve is not just a muscle problem. It's a connection problem which needs to be rewired again. Brain is super powerful to retrain your facial muscles when done in the right way and at the right time. Key role is played by brain structures like your cerebral cortex, cerebellum, and even your facial nerve, including your facial muscles. When this system will work well, your facial movements also will come back again. But when there is a mismatch, things will not work in that way. So fix the script and fix your face. I hope this video gives you a bit of understanding about mirror neuron system. But if you are someone who want to work using these principles on your facial rehab, then feel free to reach out to us so that we can help you better. On that note, I'll end this video here and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.